producers of all size.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman.
Senator Justice.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, we're all doing a lot of running right now. You know that. But Dudley Hoskins and Dr. Scott Hutchins, I can tell you without any question, we need you in place, and we need you in place right now. Your duties are going to be unbelievable. And I hope that you really, truly know that and won't go through the motions, but you will really try to do what Muhammad Ali, of all people, said years and years ago. He shook up the world. And that's really what we really need to be doing. Now, just think about this. You know, a lot of times I don't put these notes together, but our folks, you know, just jotted down just a few notes. But think about one of the notes says, one U.S. farmer feeds 169 people in this country or in the world. It says agriculture, our lifeblood. It says things like how critical the research of our land-grant universities are. With all that being said, you know, Mr. Hoskins, you said earlier, you know, that your dad would have said, you know, wow, the good Lord created the earth or the universe in 7 days, the earth, and with all that being said, but still hasn't figured out the cattle market. Well, but I can positively guarantee you that in the last couple of years, the good Lord figured out the cattle market, because the cattle market is moved, and it's moved in a great way. We need the same thing to happen for all of our folks in agriculture. You know, see, my family's been in the agriculture business forever, and I truly know exactly what's going on out there. You know, you've got a lot of people that are scared to death right now. We need your marketing arm. We need absolutely in every way for you to step up and really make that difference to where you are shaking up the whole world. You know, with all that being said, I would say to you from the bottom of my heart, it is so important. It is so unbelievably important today that we get a farm bill, that we absolutely put our great farmers to where they can at least rest while they're doing the most unbelievable work. You know, so like I said, I've run from boat to boat or whatever and committee to committee in a lot of different directions today. I wanted to speak because I think our chairman is a superstar. That's all there is to it. And there's so many, you know, whether it be your ranking members or other folks on the committee here that do great work. But all these people out here depend now on you in every way. So don't let us down. Have an unbelievable passion for what you're doing. You know, one of the things I am really, not only am I a business guy, I'm not a politician. You know, I am really proud of the fact of how in tune that I am with our farming industry all across this great land. But with that said, in addition to that, I'm a conservationist. I have done so many programs for wildlife, it's unbelievable. You know, and the only question I think that I could possibly ask, you know, of all is just one thing. In the state of West Virginia, we're trying to reintroduce elk into West Virginia. And my question here would be just this, is what additional steps can be taken to the survivability of this majestic creature that is being absolutely reintroduced into West Virginia today? So, Mr. Hoskins, maybe that's a question for you, sir.
Yeah, thank you for that question, Senator. I just, and Dr. Hutchins may have other equities here under the ARS umbrella, but my recollection working with APHIS and the first Trump administration under Secretary Perdue, there are some protocols and processes that veterinary services works with stakeholder groups and state veterinarians to facilitate the transfer and reintroduction of certain species, including elk. All I could say, if I were confirmed, I would do my level best to ensure APHIS and VS were working closely with the state animal health officials and the stakeholders interested in promoting that relocation and introduction to facilitate that in a way that did not compromise animal health.
Well, thank you both. I know you'll do great work, and I'll stand ready to try to help any way I possibly can. Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you, Senator Justice. Senator Welsh.
Thank you very much. Thank you,